Hi, so I've got some familiar names and I've got some new names here. So there's Almas, there's Aisha, there's Farzana, there's uh, Shazadi, Umesh, Veena, Rishabh. Hi, hello everybody.
Hi, before you start the session, I would like to thank Shagufta for yesterday's session on me and my brother. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, how is he feeling now?
I'm feeling a bit better, but again, he's still sleeping and he's taking painkiller. Yeah, but
yeah, I know that's a lot. Like I told you, it'll require a lot of sessions. Yeah.
I just wanted to unmute myself to thank you and let you know. I'll unmute myself again. Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Adnan.
Thank you, and Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, so we used the AM pendant, the AM wand on her brother yesterday. He was in acute pain. And so I did a distance healing
healing.
And he did feel the relief with the AM wand wanding. Yeah.
Wow. Good. Yeah. So now it is time 6. So shall we start?
Yes, of course.
Or anybody wanted to have some small chit chat?
Yeah. So what will we do is, Dr. Adnan, will you be taking the questions at the end of your presentation? So
yes, that would be better.
Yeah. So you all can put in your questions in the chat. You do have the chat option, and after his presentation, Dr. Adnan will take it up one by one and answer all your queries or whatever concerns you have. So I think yes, it's 3:37. The room is open. I think people can still join in. I think we can begin, Dr. Adnan.
We can begin. Okay. Anyhow, we are beginning with a very general topic, which is COVID-19. As we pass the message to all the people, are you prepared for COVID-19? And you know that the lockdown may be lifted anytime. Even there is some countries are just continuing. Singapore is still on. Maybe Singapore will finish by 7th of this month. India, again, it is, prolonged for up till 17th. So many countries, of course, the thing is that there are a lot of uncertainties because we have not had any experiences as such. Even in my the whole life, like 50 years, this is the first time ever, like more than 1 month or more than 2 months, just sitting at home. And I cannot say doing nothing, but, sitting at home, we cannot go out, we cannot socialize and all. This is really killing, But at least with the help of this internet and media, we are at least managing to communicate with our people and share our feelings and all these. At least that is helping. Now, even now, if you see the government, different government in many parts of the world, if you see, they are also in a dilemma, or they are also, I should say, like in a catch-22 position where if they lift the lockdown, people will die of corona. If they don't lift the lockdown, people they live of hunger. Die of hunger. So this is the situation going on, and many economies have already shattered. Many industries have shattered. Of course, there is a saying, some dying industry will be a fertilizer for some new industries. So most probably many industries will come up also. Like, for example, the health industry is one of the major industry which might get a good leap, especially when you talk about the alternative and complementary medicine and the holistic approach and all. This will really get a good boom because people now, they have understood the importance of maintaining hygiene and improving immune system and different things, because people are now at least listening to or watching a lot of YouTube videos and all. Everybody knows now what exactly is COVID, and almost all kinds of information are reaching to the people through the social media. But at the same time, if you see some industries which can really give a good boost, I should say, like for example, the biotechnology industries, that will of course get a big boom, and a lot of gadgets we can expect to come out, like even for testing the virus and all these kind of things, plus to some mobile applications and softwares and all will be there to let the people know, like for example, if someone is infected, is nearby, or what sort of measures they do, or some sort of many biotech developments are expected to come. And even I should say that even I think the immunity passport also will soon to launch. Immunity passport means like those people are traveling around, along with their normal travel identity, which is passport, they'll be carrying another passport, which is immunity passport, whereby their the complete details, and whenever they want to travel, at least 1 week before, they need to get all these kind of medical or laboratory things done, and some sort of a report, so that they'll be allowed for all the immigration purposes and all this. This is, I think, most probably going to come. But there are a lot of things which are really going to, we can see in very near future. And many of the governments, even they are talking about the health department, they are talking about the herd immunity and all, but I don't think the herd immunity, it is quite possible, since even there's no way, we have not reached, the vaccine is not there. So without vaccines as a preventative measure, the herd immunity and all is not going to work out. So there are a lot of things going on, and hopefully I can feel that this is like, a rebooting of the whole economy. This lockdown and other things which is happening as a catastrophe might help, if you look from a positive angle, that it might really give a rebooting for all the economy, probably to start all over again from the square one. And many industries, like for example, banking industries will be a big boom, and the manufacturing industries, and health industry, insurance industry, educational industry, because the people are also, have to be more educated. It's like a second phase of baby boomers, So, and even you see, one amazing thing, what I have noticed, the mortality of the people is going to be very less. I mean, has already reduced a lot. Because one main reason, it reminds me of Overdosed America, this John Abramson's research he was doing in US, and he was talking about 4 major, the death reasons. So fourth one, he was talking about the heart disease, and the third one is cancer. But the second one, he's talking about adverse drug reactions. Imagine. And the first one, of course, that's doctor's intervention. So basically, that really, it's proving now, if you see, majority of the people, for small thing, the small diseases or small health issues, nobody is going to hospital. They are scared that probably they might get infected with corona and all these. So they are trying their level best to not to go to a doctor's office, or probably they just do some sort of home remedies or energy healing and other things, and they are happy. So it is really proven, empirically proven, that the death rate, I mean, in terms of normal death rate, I'm talking about, like in US, it should be like 8.7% out of 1,000 people. In India, it is 7.4%. So depending on different countries, there's a mortality rate. So it is drastically come down. Of course, the accidents and other death is not there because of there's no proper public transport system, or the transportation is totally, partially locked down. So that may be one of the reasons. Anyhow, we all can expect that it will be a sort of a reboot, and we will be able to really do better. But certain questions which are hanging on our head, like a Damocles sword, like if the lockdown is lifted, once the lockdown is lifted, so are you prepared for it? This is main question. Now, anyhow, people, there's a saying like 40 days you do certain things repeatedly, it becomes your habit. So the hygiene stuff, I think most of the people, they are now get used to it. Normally, especially in India, I know the hygiene thing is not that, the people are not keen on that, or maybe because of the developing country, or, it's not available. But some countries, like for example the country where I am right now, like Philippines and all, I know when I did a survey 10 years back, when I was doing a research on for the marketing of some of the beauty products and the hygiene products, I know how much importance the country is giving for to inculcate in the children the importance of how to be, how to maintain hygiene and all. Even there is a special what do you call class, like for example, we have different subject like mathematics, biology, chemistry. They have a different subject altogether, and every student is supposed to carry a hygiene kit to the school. And in the school, they even teach how to take shower, how to wash their dress, and how to be hygiene and all these kind of things. Now, this should be, I think, one of the measure even the other parts of the world should be doing, because from the childhood itself, we should be learning a lot, especially how to keep ourselves hygiene and all. Now, when we talk about the in fact, I think I should start my slides. Just a moment, please hang on. So that is the thing. So main thing is the hygiene and the related things. So today, I hope most of the invited people are in. So let us start our session. So role of energy healing during COVID-19. That is our main topic today. And in this, we are going to discuss certain points like COVID-19 and its after effects, which we have been talking now, and energy healing, and the AFT quantum healing in particular. And after that, we will be having a question answer session. And this session is being recorded, so we can provide the recording if you want later on. So here, let us talk how energy healing is helpful during the pandemic such as COVID. To understand, first of all, we need to understand the medicinal system available here now. We know the conventional medicine, modern medicine, normally we call allopathy. In fact, allopathy is a terminology used before the conventional medicine came. It was used by Dr. Samuel Hahnemann. He's the founder of homeopathy. And that time there was no germ science, there was no even X-ray machine. So it is allopathy, it is not the meaning, it doesn't mean completely as a conventional medicine. But what we see nowadays as a modern medicine, we can call like modern medicine. That is number one. Number two is the complementary and alternative medicine and energy medicine. And along with that, you can see the holistic medicine or vital body medicine or mind body medicine or whatever. So all these things, if you put together, combining all together, you get something called integrative medicine. So my specialty is from integrative medicine and specialized in energy medicine and quantum medicine. So here, one thing we need to know that this conventional medicine is based on materialism, or we call scientific materialism, or reductionistic, deterministic theories and all these kind of things, because they only consider a matter. Like a human body, of course, it's a matter. Brain, it's something intangible. So whatever parts of the body, so they don't give any recognition on to those areas which are not tangible, or which are completely like, the energy field, or when you talk about the aura or subtle organizing energy field or mental body and all, they are not talking about, because it is against the principles of the modern medicine. That is one of the reasons. But when integrative medicine came into the picture, they all talking about, because integrative medicine doesn't completely denigrate or what do you call disregard the conventional medicine, and at the same time it doesn't completely accept the whole complementary and alternative and the holistic medicine uncritically, so it is basically an evidence-based medicine. It's basically an evidence-based medicine. So that is just to give you an idea what exactly is conventional medicine, what is complementary medicine. Only the difference you can find in complementary and alternative medicine, they talk about not only the physical structure, the other realms, other dimension, because human being is a multidimensional being. Our body is a quantum body, quantum being, as Dr. Deepak Chopra says, body and mind is a profound, experience of the quantum stuff or the consciousness. So now let us discuss the role of energy healing during such pandemics like COVID-19. I should tell you, in fact, especially during such pandemics, we can apply the energy healing or quantum healing or holistic healing for 3 areas. Number 1 is, of course, for the prevention or as a preventative stuff. Number 1, you can say that to maintain the hygiene and to boost our energetic wellness, even mentally, physically, and emotionally. And for that, of course, the energy medicine and the quantum medicine can be used. There are a lot of energetic healing modalities available, hundreds of modalities available. So we can opt all these things. And here we need to give a stress on something like, if you wanted to be completely disease free, one of the major point is that from each and every cell of yours, there is something called a cellular emission, a cellular voltage. So we need to improve the cellular voltage in our body. If you take an adult body, an average adult body, you can find if he is quite healthy, it should ideally emit 70 to 90 millivolt of electricity. But normally you cannot find it. You can find maybe like 50 or 60 something, or even some people who have already having, some degenerative diseases, you can always find their cellular voltage is much less than 50. So this is one point as a prevention we need to do. And the second point is to maintain the bioterrain. There are many holistic equipments to check the vitality of our bioterrain. Bioterrain is basically intercurrent, in our body, because our body, we have fluid. 70 to 80% of our body is, composed of, fluid. And this is interstitial fluid we can call. This is basically you can find in between the cells. So this fluid is something which is regularly, bathing the cells and giving proper or maintaining proper body internal pH and, doing a lot of detoxification or helping a lot of detoxification things. So maintaining a bioterrain, that means the proper intake of water or alkaline water and proper nutritional stuff. These are all very important. So as a preventative measure, the main thing is to improve our immune system. That immune system, it is okay. Immune system protects us from what do you call the viruses, bacteria, and all kinds of pathogens. But at the same time, the immune system is also helping us in down regulating our immune responses, suppose like food or whatever it is, so that we will not be allergic or we will not develop a sort of autoimmune disorders. So the main thing is to improve our immune system by many means that we will discuss in the due course. So prevention, we can of course apply many healing energy healing modalities. Now, the second point is during community quarantine, or the people they are in isolation. You know that during community quarantine, many of the people are under stress, under sort of mental issues. And nowadays, even 2019, even much before the the COVID came, the WHO was telling the stress it's become like it's an epidemic now. 60% of the diseases are stress related. 75% of the people they are visiting doctor's office are all stress related issues. And 1 out of 5 people, even in US, 1 out of 5 people are under extreme stress. So imagine now we are all forced to be at home. It's like behind bars. Some people, there might be so many other difficulties, like the source of income is stopped, or maybe some other issues. So this will really give a huge impact on our mental health. And this impact can really have a very, very big effect on our immune system. When we talk about the psychoneuroimmunology and all, the majority of the major chunk of our immune system is controlled by our psyche, our mind. So when we are under stress, or when we are under sort of depression and all, of course this will eventually completely spoil our immune system. So during community quarantine, the holistic healing modalities, like for example yoga or meditation or hypnotherapy or some mind-body medicine, or some quantum tools which are helping us to, or facilitating us to get more and more energy, these things will help a lot. And number 3 is the post-treatment period. When I talk about post-treatment period, many people, once they have already infected with the virus and other things, and they have been treated, we have found that, almost 30% of their, respiratory function has been affected. They have to, it is really damaged, almost 30%. So they should really maintain a proper nutritional wellness and environmental wellness and energetic wellness. So this energy healing will help a lot even during post-treatment period. So these are the main area or main role of energy healing during such pandemic. Now let us go into little bit detail when we talk about energy healing. So what is energy? Of course, energy is a very, very generic, a terminology used everywhere. And even we know there is potential energy, there is kinetic energy, thermal energy, solar energy, and many, many different kinds of energies people are talking about. Now here, let us know, when we talk about energy healing, what exactly the energy we are going to talk. I can give you a simple example. I mean, a simple definition, a very precise definition. Like, energy is a general quantity of measure and interaction of all kinds of matter. Okay, so energy is a capacity of doing any work, or energy is a medium of organization and transformation of all kinds of matter, and transformation of not only all kinds of matter, but transformation of information and structure. So we all now in an information age. Energy is information. Even when we talk about emotion, Dr. What's his name, a microbiologist, he always, Bruce Lipton, he always talk about the emotion is nothing but energy in motion, So everything, whatever we see, we feel, everything is energy. So now if everything is energy, E is equal to mc square. Energy is equal to mass multiplied by the speed of light squared. Then what is matter? Matter is nothing but a condensed form of energy to hold a structure or a pattern. So if you see, if in that case, there is no principal difference between energy and matter, at the quantum point of view. As per the quantum point of view, both are same. That means we ourselves, we are energy. Even whatever the matter you see, the table, everything, whatever you see, those are all matters. Correct. Only the difference between that and our body is a living matter. Other one is a non-living matter. Okay. Now, anything which is connected with a living matter, of course, it has got its own energy. We call life force energy. And this energy, the level of energy is depending on person to person. And this energy is constant. Energy is constant. It's in the universe, and we are getting the energy. Of course, certain amount of energy we are getting from our food, fluid, breathing, everything, we are getting our energy. But the majority of our energy is coming from the universe, the environment. Now, if you take, a human being, we can find he has a physical structure, and at the same time, he has a subtle body, an energy body. Of course, I'm not talking about the conventional medicine, because for them, there is no energy body, there is no auric body as such. But energy, in energy healing, we talk about energy body. And in the energy healing, if you see, basically energy healing is a method of healing that manipulates the subtle energy system of the body, or rather bodies, with the goal of ensuring the mental, physical, and spiritual well-being. And in energy healing, energy is the underlying infrastructure of the body. The body does not create the energy system. It is the energy system that creates the body. Normally we think that our physical body is creating our energy body. No, it's subtly, it's wrong. It is our energy body which is creating our physical body. Very simple example I can tell you. The Dr. Rupert Sheldrake, he is the proponent field. He has proved it also, that each and every organ system in our body, it has got its own blueprints, and the blueprints, of course, it's in the energetic form. And nowadays you can find many holistic diagnosing devices are available, with which we can see our the auric bodies, or our subtle organizing energy field, how strong it is, or if it is weak, or any depletion is there, or if you are going to get sick, or maybe you're going to show the symptoms of sickness sooner or later, whatever. You can all find out nowadays by using these advanced holistic healing diagnosing stuff like GDV and other things. Now, one thing we need to understand, that when we are born, of course, when we are conceived, we are just a single cell, And from this single cell, by division and multiplication, the cell division and cell multiplication, it is become trillions and trillions of cells. And one bunch of cells will form as a heart, another bunch will form as kidney or whatever it is. So that means there is some system, there is some blueprint associated with the whole system, and that blueprint is guiding everything. So basically, this blueprint is our energy system or energy field. So this energy field is an intelligent system, and that regulates health and healing. The health of the energy system is mirrored in the health of the mind, body, and spirit. Now, if we talk about the energy is everything to keep us intact, in that case, if any problem we have in our body, that will be due to some sort of imbalance or disorders, which is there at our energy system, right or wrong. Now here you can see left side picture is showing a GDV image of a person. In that you can find, there is a layer, over his body, and the certain places that layer is depleted, and you can find the gap. So basically, any disturbances, any disorders we have in terms of whether physical disorders or mental disorders, these are all boils down to our energy field. If there is a depletion, or if there is a blockage or interference of, energy system in our body, that will show, or you can find that will translate as a disease in our body, So the main reason of the disease is lying at our energy level. Now, you may know this gentleman, Thomas Alva Edison. He, in fact, when he was, he is the person who even invented the motion pictures and other things, even the electric bulb and all this. So if you see, he was talking about the future doctor will not give medicine, but will instruct his patients in care of human frame, in diet, in the cause of prevention of disease. So he is talking about the prevention of disease. It is not by giving just drugs or medicines, but just by keeping the human frame or the energy frame or the energy field proper, and with some certain diet and the nutritional supplements. Imagine how visionary he is. He died almost 150 years ago, you can imagine. So when we talk about the energy healing, it is not something new, especially for the people from India or from China or, some parts of the Europe also. Many people, they were using like laying hands and the quartz and the crystals and all. So even from the ancient times, we have been using these kind of energy healing modalities. It's not something new. And now, with the advent of quantum physics, now earlier we were thinking it is something unknown. Now it is not unknown, because there are certain clarity which is given by quantum physics and quantum mechanics to us, because it says that even our body is not something, entropy. There is something called entropy and negentropy. That means it is, this, it's a science of disorder, you can say. So our human body is something which you cannot easily predict, because this you can predict only with some sort of non-linear mathematics or fractal mathematics. But majority of the devices we are using, including our stethoscope or whatever, thermostat or whatever, all are based on the linear mathematics. Now they know for the human body, it should be normal, non-linear system have to be used. And this all energy healing modalities or holistic healing modalities, equipments or whatever it is, those are majorly made by using this nonlinear system. So we have got now a very clear understanding about what is the role of quantum physics, especially in terms of health and healing, because quantum physics always talks about the consciousness. Consciousness is the ground of all being, so that the consciousness can always mediate the communication between the non-physical body and the physical body. Non-physical body, I mean the mind and the other things. There's a non-physical body, there's a physical body. So it can easily interact, and that is called a non-local communication. So many things which are happening in our body, we cannot, even with the modern equipments, it is very difficult to know. Like, for example, if I close my eyes and think about somebody, passed away who was very close to me, of course, if I just keep on thinking, having an intention and thinking about them, probably I might be even crying. So what exactly happening? I can see them in my mind. Okay, I can feel, I can cry. So a lot of things are happening in our body. In fact, can it be proven by the modern science? It is very difficult, right? Because even if you fix some sort of nuclear topography, what do you call the system, and fix it with the monitor, you can find can you see the picture of the person whom you are thinking about? No, you cannot, right? And you are crying. So many things which are happening in our body, especially our brain state, like, for example, many things, even thunderstorm and other things, those have to be approached with a different system altogether, fractal system altogether. So now, by using the quantum physics and quantum mechanics and the fractal sciences, the physicist and the scientist has a reasonable understanding about the energy healing and the importance of our energy field or subtle organizing energy field to keep us healthy. Energy, normally we know energy as a universal vibrational life force energy. Some people, they call it Reiki or Ki, Chi, and Prana. In Arabic, they call Taka and all these kind of things. Basically, these are all same. These are all readily available in the universe. Only the thing, we have to be tuned. It's like a radio. Radio, you can find a lot of frequencies are there, but once you tune to that particular FM or AM, then only you can listen to the voice when you're tuned in. So like that, we have to be tuned to that particular frequency so that we can easily get those kind of healing done. So that the primitive style of things, or the primary healing frequencies like Schumann resonance and all, when you go to in the forest and all, and where there is nothing man-made, you can find a frequency range of 7.8 to 8 hertz, and that also is a healing frequency. And sometime, if you record a rainforest, again, there's no man-made stuff is there. That is much higher frequency, like 12 hertz. It will also help. These are all proven in the sound healing, theory. They apply all these kind of, sound system. Now, if you see the secondary healing frequency, like the healing frequency, some spiritual healers do, or some energy healers do, or quantum touch or connective healing, whatever the healing modality you call, those are all basically about 12 to 30 megahertz. So this energy healing is not something which has just come out recently. It is something which has been there for thousands and thousands of years. Now, we need to understand, when we go little bit in detail onto our human body and the role of energy healing, we need to understand that every living matter, we have three systems, whether it is dog or pet or a human or fruits or whatever, any living system, there are three states. One is physical state, number two, energetic state, and number three, information stage. Now, this three states or three sections are always interconnected. If you see, very simple example I can tell you, like our body, physical body, plus we have our information system. Of course, information system is something we can call like our endocrine system, which is like producing or secreting the hormones and other things, and energetic system, that is our subtle body. Suppose I always take this example. Suppose one mother is happy singing a song, cooking something in the kitchen, and all of a sudden a phone call comes from the kids' school and talking about like your kid has fallen down and probably broke the front line of tooth and all these. So just imagine what will be the kind of situation with the mother. Will she be happy? No, she will be very sad, she will be depressed, and totally probably it can give her some sort of a headache or a diarrhea. Some people, when they are too much stressed, they get diarrhea. I used to remember in the school days, when the exams happening, we used to get diarrhea and all this. So many people, they have different kinds of, or even some people, they fall unconscious. So what really has happened here? The news has come. It is just energy. It is just an energetical information. When the energy, it is come into the energy field, it slowly came down to the information system. It came down to her endocrine system. And of course, with the stress and things like that, our endocrine system started producing unwanted hormones, cortisols, adrenaline, and noradrenaline, all kind of unwanted stuff, which has a biochemical effect on our physical body, and the physical body has started showing the result in form of headache or any other physical issues. So this is why I am telling you, always these are all interconnected. We cannot keep a physical system alone. No, there is information system and there is energetic system. So always the energetic system is something which is having, you can say, an overall control over our physical system through the information system. Now, even if you take care of spiritual or mental or emotional, these are all basically at the energetic system. And our nervous system, you can say it's like a bridge, or an information system. It's like a bridge. And after that, we have the biochemical and the physical body, that is the physical system. So when our body's energy field is affected, when the biophoton field is distorted, this will bring about a disturbance in the information system, and it will result in physical disorder. This is already very much proven. So always there is a correlationship between physical body and the energy system. There is a correlation. Now, if you take our human body, our body is not, it's simply too complex to be ruled by chemistry alone. The information and energetic system keeps everything running at the level of precision the body demands. So human body is whatever you see physically, it's not just like that. It is more than that. It is information and the energy system which is really keeping our body intact. It is like an ozone layer is protecting the earth. It is protecting our body. Like even, some people, they meet with accidents, and if they cut off their limb, you can see if that limb is taken to a professional, good surgeon within a certain stipulated time, the limb can be fixed back. Why? Because your subtle energy field is still there. Once the energy field is vanished, then it is very difficult. So our whole body, it is very imperative that the energetic field should be intact. There should not be any kind of depletions in our biofield. So what is biofield? Biofield is a self-organizing, self-directed intelligent system that directs the information and energy flow of the body, which is crucial to the genetic, chemical, and physiological process of the body. So it is very important to maintain our biofield. Now, when we talk about in detail, where does the energy come from? Let us take a simple analogy here, like a human body. If you break the human body into pieces, first you get organisms, then you get organs, then you get tissues. If you break tissues, you get cells. If you break cells, you get organelle, then micromolecules and macromolecules, then you get atom. If you break atom also, you can find a lot of subatomic particles like electrons, protons, neutrons, and tachyons, and many things. But here, if you again go much deeper, you can find empty space, and that is nothing but energy. And imagine when we even just take a cell from here, which is in the middle, you can find the cell. In an average adult, you can find 70 to 100 trillion cells in our body. And cells are always, what you call replaced. The new cells are born and the old cell will go away. Like that, it's because cell has three major functions. Number one is the intake of nutrients. Number two is the elimination of waste. And number three is the reproduction of new cells. So when the cell is having enough amount of energy, it will be able to function these three areas majorly, like the intake of nutrients or elimination of waste and the reproduction of new cells. So what exactly happening? Every microsecond, every second, almost 200 million cells are being replaced in our body. Technically speaking, in 1.5 months, our eyeball is new. In 3 months, our whole skin is new. New in the sense, the new cells are coming and replacing the old cells. Here the problem, when your biofield is not strong enough, because biofield is the mediator between the environment and your body. So whenever your body demands the energy, through the biofield only, you are getting the energy, the life force energy. So when the certain, what you call, energy pathways are blocked, or some sort of internal abuse or external abuse, whatever we have, our energy system is completely blocked. So can you imagine that you will have enough amount of power, enough amount of voltage in the cell? No. So when you can imagine a mobile phone which is a half battery, it won't be able, like if you're going out of the house, you will feel uncomfortable, because with half battery, it is very difficult to serve you for the whole day. So like that, the cells also needs much energy to function properly to the optimum level, to bring the state of homeostasis. So when the cell is not getting enough amount of energy, automatically what will happen when the new cell is coming? Of course, the new cell is something like a blank CD, I should say. So the old cell will pass on the memory or the information, the functions, whatever it is doing. If you take for example, the liver has got, of course, 500 over functions. So whatever the functions it does, it's called a memory or an information that has to be passed to the new cell, which is coming and occupying that position. So if the cellular energy is weak, the cell is not having enough amount of energy to function, automatically the information will be low, the memory will be weak. So this is the same weaker memory, the cell is going to pass it on to the new cell which is coming, which is like a blank CD. So what eventually happens, the new cell is also getting much more weaker and weaker and weaker. So instead of getting better and better, our body is going weaker and weaker. And this is one of the way the rapid aging and all this happen, because of our cellular emission is too low, because of our energy field is having some sort of imbalance or disorders, blockages, or interferences. Now, everything in and around us is energy. A healthy cell, I told you, which is emitting 70 to 90 millivolt. And the sight, we see, the smell, the taste, the thoughts, the emotions, all are energy. In fact, our human body, we are a bundle of condensed energy, which is powered by electrons and protons and neutrons. Now, even Dr. David Wagner, in his book, The Vibrational Medicine, he was talking about the interaction, the importance of a bioenergy field, or our aura, and the 0-point energy field, which is the life force energy field. Now, we will have a small description on quantum healing. This is another terminology which is very much connected with energy healing, because we also call AFT quantum energy healing. So people might be thinking, what is quantum after all? So quantum healing is basically, it's a cellular healing, or it's a self healing, I should say. So the quantum healing is a healing of the body and mind from a quantum level, a level which is not manifest at the sensory level. Sometimes you won't feel it. If you feel it, sometimes it may be a ripple effect. So quantum healing involves a shift in the fields of energy information, so as to bring about a correction in an idea that has gone wrong. So the intention of the observer changes and creates the outcome of how quantum behaves. And at the subatomic level, when we observe something, we change its outcome. This is all about the consciousness and other things. You must be knowing about the manifestation and the other things. So whatever, when there is an observer, and really you are having an intention, and this is where even the intention therapy and other things also work. So intention is main thing. Here, quantum healing, these extraordinary forms of quantum healing are related to understanding of quantum physics and consciousness, just as quantum physics aims to describe physical phenomena normally hidden at a subatomic level. So quantum healing is directed to healing the body and mind from a deep, unmanifest level of consciousness. The body and mind are the expressions of profound consciousness known as quantum mechanical body. So basically, our body is a quantum mechanical body. And taking into this account, you can find that the key to our life success is lying in our energetic quantum. So we all are an energetic quantum being, and if we improve our energetic quantum, and we can be very successful, not only in terms of by health, by every other means. Here, with the quantum physics and the quantum mechanics, I wanted to introduce you amized diffusion technology, which is what do you call a resonance technology by Amwell. And I'm director of Amwell, and at the same time, we do have an offshoot called the AFT Academy, whereby we are training people, we are conducting online courses and certifying people to become facilitators. And this is being backed by, we are the member of American Holistic Healing Association. So the amized diffusion technology is basically a quantum resonance technology. As I told you, we are now all in an information age, a technology age, where we know the importance of energy now. We know the importance of the role of energy. If there is an imbalance in the energy, it will really translate into sort of disorders and other things, diseases and all. So we are looking forward to something with which we can use very easily, instead of going through years of practice or years of learning or something like that. Many modalities are, of course, available, for the healing, holistic healing modalities. But with the advent of this technology, which is in the year 2005, now you can say this is, it's a resonance technology of the future. So with this technology, the company, the group of physicists have been able to, come out with a proprietary technology with which we can create any organic substance to, resonate at the 0 point field. And we have many, devices and gadgets to do that. So by using this technology, amized diffusion technology, I will go deeper much later. By using this technology and the product, what we are using, we also have a new paradigm in holistic healing that is known as AFT quantum healing. This AFT quantum healing refers to quantum healing leveraging on energized products without the interference or manipulations of any individual. Many of the healing therapies nowadays, there is an involvement of a person or a healer because energy is pristine. So the person who is channeling the energy and passing the energy to the subject or the healing. This is normally happening in almost all the energy healing modalities. But here, there might be a chance for the interference or manipulation because human body, we are all what do you call heterogeneous being, and our body, my personal vibration is totally different from my wife's personal vibration. So this energy, what I'm channeling through my body, can easily get manipulated before I pass on to somebody else. This might harm the other person or maybe harm myself if his energy level is much better than my personal vibration. So just like using a light to conduct light therapy and music to conduct sound therapies, AFT quantum healing uses specialized AFT energized products, and that resonates at the 0 point resonance. Now, we have many products which has been energized, which we use as as a gadget. And this is one of the device you can see. Probably if you can see my video, I'm holding this. This is called AMWAD. So in amized diffusion technology process, only organic products or natural elements are used. Ingredients first, it is cleansed from all negative contaminants and then charged in a vacuum chamber for over 21 days. So the natural life force resonance is basically amplified when charged within the special AFT vacuum chamber. And for this, we use special 14 minerals, including copper, gold, organite crystals, and diamond dust, and all these kind. So we take almost 14 ingredients, and first we do the cleansing of all contaminants, negative vibes. Then we encapsulate it in this small pen-shaped stuff. Then we put it in the vacuum chamber for 21 days. This is the energization process, whereby the resonance is amplified. And you won't believe, we have done many research on this. Even there are many research papers available. We have done research with even the PIP, which is a polycontrast interference photography, vibrascan scalar system, live blood analysis system, meridian stress assessment system, electrodermal screening system, and contact regulation thermography system, and all these, plus GDV and all. We work with Masaru Emoto's laboratory in Japan, and Konstantin Korokov GDV system in Russia and all. So it is already theoretically and empirically proven. This 0 point resonance, how does it work? The quantum resonance, how does it help for an individual to do the correction for his energy state? That we will go again into detail. Now, this is a simple GDV picture before and after, because this is the picture from the pendant, the pendant what I'm wearing. So this, of course, this pendant is filled with 14 elements. Those are all organic. So organic substances always will have a natural resonance that you can see in the before picture. And after the 21 days energization process, how the energy is amplified, you can find in the second picture, which is taken from the GDV laboratory. And we are into many products which are helping mankind by using the same 0 point resonance system, which is used for personal wellness, nutritional wellness, and environmental wellness. So not only we have some active tools like this to help heal people, cleansing, charging, rejuvenating, pain removal, and other things, or stress removal and all. So this is something like an active healing tool. We have so many passive healing tools, like for example, the amp and other things. And we do have nutritional supplements, which are again embedded with the healing frequencies and energized using the AFT technology, so that our body can easily absorb the nutritional value from these products and do the corrections energetically. So we have lots of products, over 100 of products we already have, and we are going on. We have got 7,500 doctors in our panel, and 153 countries. We are, what do you call, promoting this, all our products through online, through e-commerce. Now, if you see, there are thousands and thousands of diseases. I think 12,500 as per the, the WHO classified the major kind of diseases. But if you see, majority of these diseases are, if it boils down to only the energy depletion or energy blockages. I am not talking about the accidents or virus or bacterial infestations. The normal diseases, what we call, are just because of our energy blockage or energy depletion or energy interferences. And this is where the energy healing, does a big role. And one of the products like this Amwand is very effective to use it, especially when somebody's energy field is completely dilapidated. Like, we have got major 7 chakras, like pineal gland, crown chakra, we have third eye chakra, we have thyroid chakra, we have thymus chakra. So we have basically 7 major chakras in our body. So if we hold this simple apparatus, simple pen, it doesn't have any battery, it doesn't have any magnet or any other, stuff. It has only the energized AFT ingredients. So you just use this and slightly tap on your crown chakra and create a vertex of 0-point resonance. So whenever we create a vertex of 0-point resonance, this tool is already having a resonance, as you have seen in the picture. And this resonance is known as 0-point resonance. And this resonance is the base of all the energy. Like, for example, if you just bring down the atom to the, the maximum, like in the ground level, you can find it's like an empty space. Earlier, we used to call it, as a vacuum. In fact, there is no vacuum as such in quantum physics. Still, there you can find a quantum fluctuation, and that is known as 0-point resonance. Dr. Jean Putnam used to say, suppose you can find a matter, anything, whatever is in front of you, those are all nothing but energy, right? Because matter is going back to the energy, and energy is coming back to the matter. This is an ongoing process. Of course, we cannot see with our eyes, but it is ongoing process. So energy is in the form of particles and waves. So when the transition, the happening, the energy going to the matter is coming back to the energy, there's some sort of a disturbance in between. That disturbance is part waves and part particles. So they're called wavicles. In fact, this is a stage where we call like a 0-point resonance. And that resonance is there in the universe, without which nobody will live. And this is like a reservoir. It's not just a vacuum, it's a reservoir of all the energy. So this natural 0-point resonance is possible from any monatomic substances, any organic substances. Every organic substances, of course, has its own 0-point resonance. And with our technology, we are able to create such a beautiful instrument or a device with which you just create. It's an active tool. If you just keep it like this, it will not work. But once you start using it, create a rhythmic motion, clockwise motion, it is basically creating a quantum resonance, a quantum field, or it is creating a 0-point vertex this 0 point vertex will always have a communication with your energy field. Always, of course, your body is having energy field, and this energy field is always communicating with you. And if there is any blockage in your energy field, your body has a self-intelligence system with which it can detect the 0 point resonance is there, then easily use that resonance as a bridge or an antenna and take the life force energy which is already abundant in the environment. So basically, is this M1 doing anything? No, this is just creating a vertex of 0 point resonance. That's it. But what is done mainly is by the body. Who is doing? Your body is doing, because your body has the innate intelligence. Body knows what to do, what not to do. So this body is communicating with through the, what do you call there, the energetic field to get the life force energy. And this 0 point resonance really works as a medium so that the life force energy can pass through. Like for a bird to fly, it needs air. For a fish to swim, it needs water. Similarly, any energy to travel, there should be a medium. So this 0 point resonance, since it's like a reservoir, it works like a medium. It's very fast. It's you can say faster than the speed of light. And with the 0 point field, by using the 0 point field, our energy body is easily can pass the life force energy wherever required in our body. And once your body get the energy, body knows what to do, where to. So like for example, if you are thirsty and I give you a glass of water, and after that I ask you, like, which organ in your body is dehydrated now, which has forced you or prompted you to ask for water. Maybe you don't have an answer, but when you drink the water, does your body supply the water wherever it needed? Yes, because body knows what to do, what need to do. It has a innate intelligence system. So this innate intelligence system will allow the body to harness the life force energy by using the 0 point resonance available. So that is a wonderful tool, and we have used the similar technology for developing many products. And of course, there are certain small tutorials on how to use, and all these are all readily available in our system. And we do conduct a lot of trainings, and our AFT quantum energy healing modality is also, we have started in the year 2018, and we have now almost 420 AFT quantum healing facilitators around the world. And even in India, we have two. Majority of people are from Europe, US, and other parts of the world. So this is a simple, a non-invasive, natural healing modality by using or by leveraging onto the ENERGIZED tools. So this is today, in fact, what we wanted to share, and your life is in direct proportion with your energetic quantum. Now, I think I have gone little faster. I don't know. This is the question time. If you have any questions.
Dr. San, thank you so much for this presentation. I have a question. So I wanted to ask you, how do our emotions affect our energy field? That's one. And the other thing I wanted to ask you was, how specifically can we use AFT, in today's time? So we were talking about energy healing, in relation to the COVID situation that we have now. So you can just stress a little bit more about, energy healing in relation to the situation that everybody is facing now.
You mean to say how to measure your energy first? That was the first question, is that?
No, my first question was, how do emotions affect our energy field?
Very good. See, emotions is basically energy in motion. as per, they're calling about, now Bruce Lipton used to talk about what do you call molecules of emotions and all these. So emotion is nothing but energy only, energy in motion. Now, what really happens, we have an emotional field. Of course, these emotions, and it is from the, what do you call, the mental field. These, when we give, like, for example, wrong meaning to our feelings, it is affecting our emotions. And this creates a sort of imbalance in our mental field, our mind body mental field. And when this mental field is communicating with our physical body, of course, there are certain imbalance going to happen, because the more negative stuff is happening in our mental field, it will have a coherent negative effect onto our immune system and other things. So that is how, as I told you, the psychoneuroimmunology and other psychosomatic disorders have been developed much. Because if a person who is always thinking bad and he is always fighting with people, he is always in a very bad mental state, it is very easy for him to develop certain diseases such as heart, cardiac related, or even cancer, because the immune system will be shut down. Correct. So always we can use our tools whenever, wherever we have the blockage. Like, for example, some tools like GDV, the gas discharge visualization system. This system, if you put it, all the fingers and make a full reading, you can see your complete aura and you can find certain depletions. And this is something amazing. And they, of course, analyze those depletions by using the Chinese traditional medicine. Like, for example, if you have certain depletion on certain area, maybe it is related to your thyroid gland, or it is related to you have sinusitis or a migraine or whatever it is easy to read by applying this, even before the symptoms come only. This is the main thing. Normally, when we go to the doctor, when only we have a symptom, right? Without symptom, I don't think anybody is going to the doctor. And doctor also can only diagnose when there are symptoms. Correct. Now here, certain holistic healing equipments, it allows us to find out the future problems also, even much before the symptoms take place. So we can use our healing tools, and specifically and generally, see, I'll tell you something. When our body, when you giving a medicine or a drug or something to the body, it is either suppressing or oppressing the symptoms of the disease. That's all. It is not completely curing the disease. The curing, the healing happens by the body. Correct. So only the medicines and the drugs, they work only particularly, but when the body heals completely. So when you give the energy to the body, whether you are giving through your crown energy or whether you are giving through your throat energy, it doesn't matter. By the time the body is getting enough amount of energy, body knows how to do the corrections. So there is nothing specific. At the same time, if you work specific, of course, it will have, like, for example, people are having knee pain or arthritis or a sort of, sciatica or fibromyalgia or whatever it is. So when they work on the people, it is always better to work on the whole body, and right from the crown chakra up till the root chakra. And after that, we need to do much attention on the area which is concerned, wherever the pain and the aches are there. So it is much easier. So you can feel and you can relax. You can see, feel ourselves.
So just as an addition to the same question, so when you're also working on your energy field, does it in some way also have an effect on your emotional and mental state also? Besides your, the physical pain or the physical symptoms that you're talking about, So I do understand that there is a kind of an emotional, you work on your emotional state and you work on your mental state. And also here the question is, working on your energy field, does that also have an effect on your mental state?
Yes. In fact, the 0-point resonance, which is basically making your energy field or subtle organizing field much stronger. all the depletion will be covered. So if you take a person who is mentally disturbed or who is having trapped emotions, you can always find there is a depletion over his head. So what you can do, you just create a vertex of what do you call 0 point resonance by using AM1, or even you can just do like this, just tap it like this. In fact, this has been proven, and many doctors who are the advisors or for the emotion code, Dr. Bradley Nelson and all is talking about Amwand, and it's an amazing tool to remove all the trapped emotions and all. So it works on the mental field.
Yeah, so what you're saying here is that it can be used for EFT healing also. So where you have that emotional
very
tapping,
much.
Yes. The tapping technique that they say that you tap to release the emotions. So you can use this tool as an EFT.
Yes. Yeah, normally we use the fingers. So instead of fingers, we can always use the Amwand also, but very gently, because it is a metal piece. So very gently you can use it. I used to do that, and many people, even in Dubai, they're using it. Even certain EFT practitioners and trainers are using this, I know. So it is very effective, because all these area where they are tapping is basically just to, for the peaceful, for relaxation. So EFT technique is one of the best method for relaxation. And instead of using our fingertips, if we use a simple 0 point resonance tool, it is a multi-purpose tool. Basically, it is not just for opening chakras or cleansing or balancing. Even you take the water and you can do the energization. With this, we have already tested in the Masaru Emoto laboratory. We took a sample water before and after wanding. It has shown a huge difference. Even the crystalline structure of the water was showing much better, after energization. Even the same stuff, we put it in the Vibrascan scalar thing, the vibration of the water is much higher, above 400 megahertz. Imagine. In Vibrascan scalar, normally, if you want to check whether a person is healthy, or we call it as like a illness provoking state or a wellness provoking state. If it is below 250 megahertz, it's illness provoking state. If it is above 250 megahertz, it is wellness provoking state. So it is already proven and shown. We have done with the cashew nut and the grapes and different items, and we checked before and after. It was showing a huge difference in the resonance, in the energy level. So this will, of course, like for example, this water I take, I energize the water and I drink the water. So I am putting a energized water into my body, where my body 80% is already water. I was talking about bioterrain. So this will help our body to get maximum amount of energy from the fluid, even what we are drinking. So you can energize your salad. Even you can help your pets. Imagine if somebody is having pets and having some pain and cannot walk or whatever it is, you can use it, because pet also has the chakras, so they can work on the chakras. And even ladies, there's a good news, you can use it as a beauty tool also. For the facial, many renowned aesthetists, many parts of the world, they are using this tool as for the facial, But there is a special training for that. We have got tutorials teaching how to do the facial, how the strokes are made. So after, even you don't need to do any Botox and all. So easy, you can do with this M1. So this really helps, because see, it's very simple. You have the the energy field, and this works with the energy field. So with this resonance, once your body is getting enough amount of energy, once your skin is getting enough amount of energy, the suppleness will come back. It will be more, you'll be more energized. So it is one way of getting younger also.
That's great. That's great to know. And I wanted you to stress a little bit, specifically about energy and the COVID, so how we can use this specifically in today's times. How can it be really, really useful to us?
See, I can tell you, we have got, of course, millions of people who have this tool, and they are doing even because nowadays we cannot go and heal anybody physically. So you can even use this tool and do a sort of intention therapy. Okay, so I do a lot of what you call distance healing. It's an intention therapy. So right now during COVID, if somebody is nearby, our family, relative, children, spouse, and all these, we can use and help them to get more energized, help them to align their energetic quantum. This is very important. See, once you start opening up all the chakras and doing the right hemisphere, left hemisphere, the simple techniques, we have got the videos on that, you won't believe their energetic polarity is complete. And immediately, even you take them to a live blood analysis or even to a GDB analysis, you can find the difference before and after. So it's happening. Everything is happening at the quantum level. It may not be like, you won't feel it at the sensory level unless and until you have some sort of excruciating or debilitating pain. Then, of course, you can easily find the reduction in the pain. Like before healing, normally we ask the people, okay, because there's no equipment to measure the pain. So we ask, okay, your pain level, what is the pain level? 1, no pain, 10, call the ambulance and all. So those kind of, measurement we give. And after the healing, simple 6 minutes to 10 minutes healing, they have shown a huge, difference in the pain level. Yes. Yeah. I think Mr. Shiva is raising hand.
Yeah, hi,
Mr. Shiva.
Adnan. Yeah, hi. Hi, I had to ask this question to you. It's about latest thing for COVID is they're trying this plasma therapy, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
plasma therapy is basically, it's another way of like a vaccination, like the homeo medicine and all. It is just taking the plasma, so this plasma of antibody, it will automatically, once it goes to the body will develop the antibodies against. But that now, so far, they are doing it, but it is not been proven 100%, the plasma therapy.
Yeah, but what I wanted to, I was thinking on this. See, with the AMVAND, we are doing when we are winding ourselves and our blood components are getting energized. So maybe with this we can avoid a plasma therapy.
See, a plasma therapy means it is only for the people who are infected, right or no?
Yeah, correct.
Plasma therapy, yeah, it's not for all the people. But
yeah, right. We get energized, right? We have to make ourselves stronger so that we don't get infected, or if we get infected, we overcome it. We don't need the plasma.
It is very simple. If you want to be complete, see, even the figure shows, even in Dubai and all, I know, if they take 100 people, the testing, they can find out of that 50% is positive. And out of this 50%, only 3 to 5% is showing the symptoms. And out of this 5%, only 1% is acute symptoms. And those people are treated. And rest of the people, even though they have been shown as positive, automatically, after a certain time, like maybe like 4th day or 5th day, by the time our body itself will make the antibodies and the body will protect, because we have the NK cells, the natural killer cells in our body. It will protect automatically. So it is only problem with those people, their energy level is low. As I told you, the cellular voltage is low. Cellular voltage is low means the energetic field is weak. So those people, of course, you can find there is a problem with the immune system. So always it is better as a, energetic hygiene, you do the complete wanding, and especially if you can wand over your chest, over your thymus field, because thymus field is one of the major field which is considered as the assemblage point or the main area where our immune system functions. So even wearing such pendants also helps a lot, because always this works like a passive healing tool. So you don't need to rotate it. You just make it, reside it there. So it works automatically biennial. It works out and in. So even the food you take, even this gives an energy to your lungs and your, other thymus area related things. So this will improve your energy system. Plus, of course, we need proper nutrition. Nutrition is very important. So we need to take care of proper diet and proper nutrition along with our energy. I can feel, and I'm sure, since the data is showing, the people who are having good immune system, they are not they don't have to be worried much, because this is a zoonotical virus, or we call a spillover virus. It is always there, but only this time, too much of media exposure, things like that. Even 1918, when the Spanish flu came, it killed more than, I think, 3 million people. But that time there was no, because the media was not there much. So time to time, maybe after, a few years or something, or next year or something, we will get the vaccine. And vaccine also, again, see, vaccine will be applicable when, like, there is a validity for the vaccine. Like if you take mumps, rubella and all, it has a validity like 10 years, 20 years, like tetanus people are taking. It's a vaccine, of course, but again, that has only 1 year validity. Like that, there is a validity. So if the vaccine also is coming, now that the people who are already healed, now they got reinfected. So that means even the vaccine, because once a person is healed, that means he has the antibodies already in his body. So how he can be reinfected again? Like if you got a smallpox or chicken pox, it is very difficult. You will not get it back, right or wrong? So there is again a big question on the vaccine, whether it will be applicable in this situation. So only the thing what we can look at it is to be safe. How to be safe? Be energetic. Be like an energy tank. Have good food and do whatever the energy cleansing routines. Do the wanding and whatever the modality people they follow as an energetic hygiene, whatever it is, yoga or meditation or whatever the spiritual related things, they can do it. So just to keep the energy intact, the polarity and the quantum alignment intact, then it is very unlikely that the person will be contracted with any such pathogens.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Radna.
Thank you.
Dr. Nan, one question here. One question. You also mentioned that you can use this tool for the clearing of the environment around you.
Yes.
So you did say it's about food and water. You can use it on yourself. You can use it for your pets. But you also said about the environment. So how does it work with the environment?
See, very simple. This is basically a fractal tool. A fractal tool means this is working with the 0-point resonance. And when you just keep on rotating clockwise, even I have seen in Philippines, some people even they fix it on the fan, which is slow moving fan, just to energize the room. Because there was a kid, she was having some Down syndrome or something. So they just want to give more energy to the child. So the fan will keep on running like that. So this has proven. In fact, see, we know that there is something called feng shui. Feng shui and all, it is again connected with the energy. Like, for example, if there is a room and you are so scared of lion, suppose, or a snake, okay? You are so scared of it. So already you have an instinctual, frequency or an instinctual brain developed in your mind, and you have some sort of, whenever the snake is nearby, you can sense it. Okay, you can feel it. Now imagine a situation when there is a room and you don't know where that particular animal is there or not, but the moment you enter, you can sense it. Your energy body will sense it very fast. So that is something called the energy, because energy is not just with our body alone. Energy is even with whatever you keep in our room. Sometimes we keep all junk in our room. These are all creating negative vibes. That is the reason people, they put nice, the salt, stuff and so many things, which is the fractal, which helps for the feng shui, for the energy to flow better. So of course, when that is applicable, the energy in the environment will play a big role when it is also associated with what you call the 0-point resonance from the Amwell tools. Even what we have done in our many training sessions, we take little bit lemon juice. Lemon juice means we'll put little lemon in that, or we put the Himalayan pink crystal salt, and we do the wanding, and we fill it in the spray bottle, and we do it. And it is really, it's nourishing, and it's absorbing all the negative energy. So this can cleanse first and charge and rejuvenate. So if it can do for the body, then it can do for the environment. This is already proven. So, and we have got many other environmental wellness tools also. You can find in our website, and those products, even we have got aromatherapy, we have got many EGA blends, many that also with the specific purpose. Like for example, person who want to use in the office, that will be a prosperity frequency. A person who want to use in a clinic, that will be a healing frequency. A person who want to use in the bedroom, that will be probably pure, or something different. Like, so we have got many frequencies. So we are basically into the information, infoceuticals. Information is the medicine. So we embed these sort of frequency, and we use our technology to amplify the resonance, and this can be used even in terms of a perfume, or we have a healing mist. We have many household items, by using the same technology.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Adnan. So does any one of you have any questions to ask here before we end the session for today? If you do have, please go ahead, unmute yourself and ask your question. If not, then we can end the session here.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
Sana.
Yeah, it's me, Sana.
Yeah.
So I would like to ask about the Amwell pen which you're talking about. So if I have a sciatic problem, so how do we know how many times and in what direction do we have to wound it and stuff? How will we know? As it is, I don't have any basic knowledge of this Reiki and all those stuff. But I feel it's very impressive by your talks that it does play a crucial role. The energy plays crucial role. But still, I would like to know, how do we do using the pen? What do we do, and how is it possible?
very simple. Okay, very simple. So this sciatica and all these are all basically the nervous system entanglement, or some sort of nerve damage and all these, like septic nerve and all. So the correction can be done easily, but again, this correction happens. The pen doesn't do anything. Everything is done by our body, because our body is always trying to fighting, to come back to that homeostasis stage. Only the body is asking for energy. So by means of giving more and more energy, automatically your body itself will be able to cure. Of course, initially it will be with the pain relief, and slowly you can find a huge difference. And certain chronic conditions, you will need multiple usage. Again, energy is something like food. If we eat breakfast, it doesn't mean that we can skip lunch. So energy you need all the time, because we exert more energy than we intake. So we need to replenish energy all the time. So if you just keep first opening up all your 7 chakras, then work on the area where you have concern, you can really feel it, and slowly you can come out of this problem.
So how many times do we have to do that? On the head, how many times on those chakras and
normally minimum 9, maximum 36 rounds, but try to keep the same count. Like, for example, if you are doing this vortex like this, you can do 9 minimum or 36. So you just keep a certain amount of count. And there is a beautiful tutorial available how to do this, a full training available, because you need to observe certain things, like, for example, your breathing patterns and other things. So you just religiously follow it, and you can amazingly, you can see it instant. People, I have certain life testimonials which I have worked on with US Marines in Philippines. Those elderly people with geriatrics and other disorders, plus who has having, the nerve disorder and all, how they come out from the pain very easily with a short 20 minutes healing. So it's possible. And if you're more interested, even you can ask your children to work on you as well. You don't need to work yourself. Even this can be for self-healing, and you can even heal others also, or others can heal you also. This is for healing others also.
So the energy of the other person doesn't affect in any way. Like
no,
if
this is the beauty, because this doesn't take any energy. Okay, this doesn't take anything. So even you don't need to clean or wash with the salt and all these. Of course, for the hygienic purpose, it is good. If you're using some alcohol and washing, it's good. Otherwise, it doesn't absorb anything. So even if you use and if you give it to somebody else and somebody else is using on somebody else, it's okay, no problem. You can share with others, because this is an active healing tool. And anybody who is doing healing with this, of course, whatever the intention he has in his mind, but still he is not channeling the energy through his body. Basically, this wand does the job. It is just creating a vortex of energy field. And that energy field your body recognizes and maintain the balance.
So if you can share the tutorial of the 7
Yes.
chakras, and
yes,
it will be helpful.
Yes, you can.
And
Sure.
if I need to buy this Amwand pen, can I
this is
contact?
available. Yes, this Amwand is available all across the globe. We have got 5 fulfillment centers all over the world. Since you are from India, we have a fulfillment center in Chennai. So you can contact your person who have invited you. She can help you. Even she can provide you all the videos and tutorials. And she is an AFT quantum healing facilitator and only first lady from India. So she is much knowledgeable. And so since this is a new paradigm in holistic healing, and this is a technology age, so this is something amazing. Every household should have a tool like this. So you can even there's my friend from Dubai. He used to tell me every month 3,000 dirhams, it's almost 60,000 rupees, goes to the hospital every month. Imagine. But after going for simple tool and learned the procedures and everything, he is telling, I never needed to go back to the doctor. So it's just self-healing. You can do the self-healing. Of course, some other cases and injury and other things, we need the conventional system. Yes.
Great. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So that's all. Any other questions?
All right. Anyone else? Yeah, please go ahead.
I know. I just wanted to ask, like, my husband just finished radiation last month. So which is the perfect pendant for him? Because I am interested in buying the pen, as I mentioned to Shagufta earlier. So which is the best pendant for him?
For him, I would recommend the AM pendant. AM pendant, see, color doesn't matter. All the power is same. AM pendant, all our pendants, the power is same. Only some pendants are like, the premium. Premium means like made out of, silver and all these. But most of our AM pendants are made out of titanium. And this is, I think, more than enough.
Okay.
And for the husband, I think maybe he will choose silver color. Or some
Yes.
people like me, I love gold color, but some people they like silver color. So you can go for silver color, and always so he had a radiation, right?
Yeah, he had lymphoma 4th stage, and we just completed his treatment
Lymphoma.
on the
Okay.
first. Yeah, we finished his
So
treatment. Sorry, yes, you were asking something.
I would recommend you for the Ambond also, Ambond
Yes.
and tea oil. Since he has not got any bruise or wound, then he can apply even little bit oil wherever the
Okay.
lymphoma is there, and do the wanding. You won't believe a lymphoma. Sometime he can feel a vibration there.
Mm-hmm.
I have done with a Spanish gentleman in Philippines. When I did the healing, within 24 hours, he felt the vibration and he just chopped what you call a lump of flesh came out. The body will throw. The body will throw. When the body has energy, body knows what to do. Very simple.
Oh, yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
It's
you
only
so
because
much.
of this lockdown.
So,
Is it still? If we order, will we still get it, or we'll have to wait till we
I
go back?
hope I can, no problem. You can communicate with Shaguftaji and she can help.
Okay.
In fact, I will talk to the person, the office in charge. But the problem is the shipping. Office can be open and I can send somebody there. But the shipping, if it is not open, then it's a problem.
Yes,
So just wait
that's
for
our
the
problem.
shipping to.
Okay. Okay.
And those people who are having any queries, questions, or anything, please, most welcome. You can send your questions to either in the group now, okay. Otherwise, you can contact for more information, or if you want to purchase or know more details about the product and the other science and everything, you can contact the person who have invited you.
So you had just informed about the prosperity the device. So how would we know what kind of a device is better? And moreover, is there any direction to be kept in or something like that?
Prosperity, or you mean to say what I was talking about, wellness, healing, and prosperity?
The business.
That is basically
That is
the
about
ego
business
oil,
for the office.
Yeah, the ego
Office
oil. She's
device.
talking about
that
she's
is
talking about the
ego.
aromatherapy oil. Yes.
Yeah, that is aromatherapy. Basically, this the fragrance, once it is been embedded with certain frequency, it creates a stimuli in the brain. So what really happens, like for example, when you go to an office, especially you have a conference hall and all, you're conducting meetings and things are happening there. Normally, instead of keeping some healing frequency, you should keep a prosperity frequency. That's what I said.
Okay.
So there are many frequencies available. So you can opt for that, and you can use those Ega aroma oil in the. There are different apparatus coming now. Even we also have many devices which is used for the environmental wellness. This is a part of environmental wellness. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sanaji.
Thank you.
So, anything else now, so we can wind up the session?
Yes,
I hope today's session is served the purpose.
Yeah, it was very informative.
Thank you so much, Dr. Adnan. I will wait for the recording. I want to share it with some more people. So,
Sure.
Look forward to the recording. Sure. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, everybody, for making the time to be here.
Thank you.
And if there is anything that you need to know, please connect with me. I'll certainly guide you further. Right? All right.
Thank you.
So,
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye.
Bye,
May the energy
bye
be with
everyone.
you.
Bye.
Bye.